3.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News here on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network. I am Bhavita Gopalchan. Thank you so much for joining us. Top of the news at this time. Senate President Wade Mark has issued a stern reminder to all senators about their right to free speech and robust participation in parliamentary debates. In ruling on the intimidation of senators during today's sitting of the Senate, Mark underscored that healthy criticism is not only permitted but expected in a functioning democracy. Mark's statement comes as tensions continue to mount ahead of debate on the controversial Prime Minister's Pension Amendment Bill 2025. The bill brought forward by the government has drawn sharp criticism from opposition bench and raised questions about transparency and equity in how state pensions are awarded to current and former office holders. Well, now yesterday during a press conference, members of the United National Congress questioned the impartiality of the independent senators, suggesting that some were appointed to thwart the government's legislative agenda.
When words or actions cross the line into harassment, intimidation, or attempts to shame senators for how they vote, or pressure them to vote in a particular way, that is something entirely different, and it will not be tolerated.
Now, Mark asserted that the House will protect the rights, privileges and immunities of the Senate. And opposition Senator Foster Cummings has condemned the government for attacking independent senators over their critiques of government policy in the Senate. His comments come in response to UNC's public relations officer who suggested that the senators were appointed by a president with ties to the PNM.
It is unprecedented, it is unfortunate, and it is reckless because we have a constitution, we are governed by a constitution, and the independent senators have a particular role. And not because on a particular occasion they do not agree with government policy means that they must be attacked or branded by the government in the way that we saw. So I really want to condemn that and to hope that the government will adopt a different approach in treating with our parliament and how we pass laws in this country.
Well, Cummings also dismissed claims of internal risk within the party following questions raised over Stuart Young's absence from the opposition's legal clinic for CPAP workers yesterday.
No, not at all. I think that we will attack this on all fronts. I'm not a lawyer myself, or else I would have been part of that. But the lawyers in the party are all coming together to mount a representation on behalf of the workers. I mean, it is unprecedented that we will have a government who would choose to terminate 11,000 persons at the lower level, who all are tinkering between survival and poverty. To be dismissed in that way, it is really a very, very sad day in Trinidad. And I would hope that other lawyers who are not even PNM, understanding the damage that this can do to our country, will come on board and represent these people.
Well, just to recap, the United National Congress launched an attack on the independent Senate bench, not only questioning their independence, but inferring that the president, who has close PNM ties, placed them there to thwart the government's policies. Now, this came one day before today's debate of the controversial Prime Minister's Pension Amendment Bill, which will need the support of at least 4 independent senators.